It's day 10 of the Fravel trial, and friends of Madeline Kingsbury have been on the stand testifying about the relationship between Fravel and Kingsbury. School year starting back up, drivers are going to have to get used to seeing these flashing lights on the stop arms of school buses. I'm here right by the Mississippi River where the water level is still pretty high and there's debris floating around. I spoke with residents about how they feel about the flooding and the river level. Well, Cammie, the current mission statement has been with the district for about 15 years, so a rebrand is long overdue. Tonight's event is survivor focused with a poetry reading and a circle of support.
Maureen, I see some people there behind you and I can hear some people there in the floral hall. Is there a good showing tonight?
Cammie, the event just began. There's a few vendors here right now, and advocates have been showing up. They're hoping that more people show up tonight. I've had this hair for about 20 years, and now it's time to cut and donate it. So I spoke with Great Clips and the stylist there about what this hair donation can do for those in need. Now that my hair is cut, it's going to get sent to Wigs for Kids in Ohio. In Rochester, Maureen Dudley, KIMT News 3. Discovery Square is now opened back up, and you'll see lights like this one lining the path from Soldiers Field to downtown. I'm here at the Mayo Civic Center where they expect thousands of riders to come through for the Combat Veterans Motorcycle Association National Convention. Now, the motorcycle I'm sitting on is in honor of a Marine who died in 2011. Boston's Paint the Town Pink is here again. I spoke with pickleball players about how they're raising money for cancer research. The Moore County Humane Society is a volunteer-based organization, and they need more help than ever, especially with dogs like Toby and his friends. If you want to be a volunteer, here's what you need to do. Cammie, Litter Bit Better takes place the week around Earth Day so that community members can do their part to keep the city clean. Rainbow Clinic has been accepting patients since earlier this summer, and the goal is to give members of the community a safe, welcoming space to discuss their care and concerns openly. During last night's storm, a tornado touched down here near Kenyon at this homestead. I didn't get to speak with the family, but here's what NWS told me. Lots of people have come out today to support the Rochester Public Schools referendum. I spoke with several about why they support it and what it means for the community.
This is a critically important issue, this election. This is going to determine the future, not just of the schools, but of the trajectory of our community.
The $19.4 million 10-year referendum will support the district in keeping programs that can help students that struggle to thrive, something local business owner Pasquale Presa supports.
Good for me. I support it 100% because it gave me the opportunity. When I came to America as an immigrant, I didn't speak a word of English. So ESL was an additional resource that I had to be in, special ed classes and teachers that really cared for kids that were from other countries.
At the rally, community members marched around Peace Plaza and downtown Rochester to raise awareness and support for the referendum. One student is ready to make sure students after him are supported with this referendum.
Since I'll be turning 18 before Election Day, I feel like I have more of a voice in voicing my opinions on Rochester and hopefully can make a change.
If the referendum doesn't pass, things in the district will change, like 3 schools closing and class sizes increasing.
I've been a teacher for 30 years, 12 in this district, and what happens when we lose funding is class sizes get larger. And that's the single worst thing that can happen for students who are struggling.
Blazer says a class overflowing with students can make it harder for educators to support those students in need. If the referendum passes, he says it'll go a long way towards keeping the education system more balanced for students.
So I really support the referendum. I supported many of them over the years, and it's just so important that we get these kids the best possible education.
Last year there was no rally for the referendum, and with last year's nearly $10 million technology levy failing by 300 votes, the Vote Yes committee saw the need to make a change.
We recruited more volunteers, we signed up for more shifts, decided we've got to have a rally, we've got to get the public out. Too many people said, oh, there was a referendum on the ballot, and we needed that to not happen again this year.
In Rochester, Maureen Dudley, KIMT News 3. It's day 10 of the Fravel trial, and friends of Madeline Kingsbury have been on the stand testifying about the relationship between Fravel and Kingsbury. The mood in the courtroom was somber and serious as today's testimony began. Adam Fravel was wearing a dark suit with a red shirt and tie, and didn't show much emotion on his face. Madeline Kingsbury's friends Katie Kolka, Haley Scott, and Lauren Dubois testified on the witness stand about what they knew about the relationship between Kingsbury and Fravel. After Scott testified, the defense objected to statements made about Fravel not providing much help around the home he shared with Kingsbury. The judge sustained that objection. Then, before Dubois testified, the judge changed a previous ruling that disallowed the statement, "I'll make sure you never see the kids again," allegedly made by Fravel. The judge ended up allowing testimony about that statement, but did not allow any branching off into discussion about the custody battle involving their children. Witnesses testified to seeing red marks on Kingsbury's neck and to other instances of abuse they saw in the home. When Scott testified, she showed her irritation with the defense's cross-examination, particularly when questioned about how she recalled information pertaining to the disappearance and death of Kingsbury. More of Kingsbury's friends were scheduled to be on the stand all afternoon. In Mankato, Maureen Dudley, KIMT News 3.